Welcome back. We begin this tropical update with a look at a storm that's going on across the other side of the world, and an incredibly strong storm. This is what we call a super typhoon. It's the equivalent of a hurricane. Super Typhoon Megi is the name. The wind's now 180 miles per hour. That's stronger than Katrina was at its strongest, gusting over 200 miles an hour, maybe 220 miles an hour, now moving west-southwest at 13 miles an hour, and the maximum wave heights there 37 feet. Now, it's headed right for the northernmost part of the island of Luzon. That's part of the Philippines extending farther south and east as well. Manila, which is the most populous area, is going to be to the south of where the worst of this storm comes in, but that northeast part of Luzon is where this thing is going to hit, and that's probably going to be tonight, probably in about 12 hours or so. That's going to be midday Monday, their time, and an incredibly strong storm. Now, we talked to a freelance photographer who is there on the northeast part of the island. He said that people are not moving out of the region en masse. They don't really have the infrastructure for that. They probably don't have the resources for that as well. So there are areas that are going to be devastated by this typhoon in the next 12 to 24 hours. I want to show you a visible satellite picture. This coming from the Navy here. That is a very, very well-formed eye. You can see the sort of stadium effect where it's kind of sloping downward here and inward. Just an incredibly strong storm that is going to be moving into the Philippines tonight, and unfortunately it's going to be probably awful for at least some areas in the Philippines. Well, let's see what else is going on in the Atlantic Basin, and things are pretty quiet right now. There are a couple of areas that we're watching. One is way out in the Atlantic, in a climatologically unfavorable area, in an area where the environment is not very favorable. That's why we tend to find more wind. You can see that shear that's going on right here. So only a 10% chance of that developing. This thing has a 20% chance of developing, but when I say thing, and there's not really much to hang your hat on right now, there's sort of a broad area of low pressure, but scattered convection, nothing that is really congealed into a single point. So we'll watch that. What we can tell you is it's probably going to bring some heavier rain to Central America in the coming days, but it doesn't look like it's really going to be wrapping up quickly, or at least very much here in the next couple of days.